Nostalgianomics. If I look a little red, yeah, I got a little sunburnt these last couple days. Spring has sprung, am I right? So earlier this week, I was on a live stream with Jake from Pokenomics. He was gracious enough to invite me on his channel. So, hey Jake, if you are watching this video, I don't know why you would be, but if you are, I really do appreciate it. Thanks again. It means a lot that you had me on. Thanks, man. Other than that, he had me on with Northwoods TCG and Pokemart USA, along with Pokenomics. And we kind of had like a four-person kind of roundtable and talked about some of the things going on in the hobby. And it was a lot of fun. So if anyone didn't catch that, it's on his channel. You can go there. It's Pokenomics. And if anyone did catch that and is here because of that, hey, I'm glad you found the channel. Thanks for watching another one of my videos, and I hope you enjoy it. Last thing I want to talk about before I get into this is I got a mic. Got my mic in today. I know. I listened to myself on the live stream and finally realized, wow, everyone's right. I do sound really muffled compared to the other three that had nice crystal clear audio. And so I decided, hey, I'm not going to do another computer analytical style video until I get a mic. So I took the initiative, went out and got a mic. I'll have that hooked up here soon, and I'll be able to bring back those type of videos next. All right, so getting into some of the topics from the live stream I wanted to kind of dive into a little deeper is, the first one was kind of modern, the overprinting and overabundance of mint cards in Modern, with the rarity Modern has now, compared to the non-rarity, but the less printed than now, and kind of harder to get in high grades aspect of Vintage. What I mean by that is, you know, with Vintage, you could basically open 2-3 booster boxes of base set or jungle or fossil and have the entire set. You'd have the entire set. So the cards were not rare back then, right? But we all played with them. We all mess them up, and so it's very hard to find 9s and 10s nowadays, right? So the 9s and 10s are actually worth money. Fast forward to now, there are actual rare cards in the sets. The hits in the sets now are extremely hard to pull. I mean, go try and pull, you know, an alternate art in a modern set, in a modern 200 plus card set. It's very difficult. You're going to be cases and cases and cases in before you kind of realize, oh wait, I might not pull this card. And that's kind of the dichotomy there. It's you know, is it the old vintage cards because they were so played with and hard to find, you know, getting 9s and 10s are worth a lot? Or nowadays where every card is kind of kept in mint condition. Even the kids now know that what cards are worth, and they're really careful with them, put in the sleeve and the top loader or the semi-rigid, and they stay mint. So a lot of these biggest hit cards, you know, 99% of them are staying in that PSA 8, 9, 10 condition, okay? The problem is there's not as many of them out there. They are very hard to pull. So what we're going to kind of see in the future is, are there enough to satisfy the collector base on the market that want those 9s and 10s? And so will it start bringing the price down? Or will the prices stay up, and even though it's easy to find them in mint condition, getting those 9s and 10s are still hard because there's not as many of those cards to get. They're so hard to pull. So it's going to be interesting to see how kind of vintage high grades compare to modern high grades as the time goes on. So, you know what? I don't know. You know, if you're asking me my opinion, I really don't know. That's why I'm making this video, to just kind of dive into it a little more and get all of your opinions. Leave it in the comment section. Let me know your opinions on how you think those things are going to kind of progress into the future. If you think kind of the older, you know, mint cards from the past are going to do well, or if the new cards are going to do well because they're so much more rare, even though they have a more mint supply. Because I don't know. Other thing I wanted to talk about is Pokemon's kind of walking this line right now where they're trying to satisfy the collectors who want that chase. They want those hits because it wasn't satisfied as much in XY era. And they got a little, you know, more with this chase in Sun and Moon with the rainbows. And now they've kind of, in my opinion, walked over the line with all the alternate arts and the high number sets. What I'm talking about is, you know, what's Pokemon's motto? Gotta catch them all, right? A lot of collectors, they want to complete the entire set. All right, so back in the day, like I said, you could open 2 or 3 boxes and complete the entire set. So the financial loss wasn't as great, and you got to have fun open the packs and complete a whole set, right? And then you still had doubles you could trade or yourself, or you get some of your money back, things like that. Today, you could open cases and cases and cases worth and not complete a set. I mean, Darium's Pokemon, if anyone still watches them, I think still to this day they do 1,000 pack openings, but back in the day, I remember 1,000 pack opening they did. Burning Shadows, they pulled 1 Rainbow Rare Charizard out of 1,000 packs. Nowadays, with these Sword and Shield sets who have 200 plus cards, and when you add in the reverse the reverse cards, reverse hollows. You have almost 400 cards in a set, and the alternate arts and the rainbow rares are so hard to pull. And I mean, you could go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cases in and not even complete the set. And I just think that's a real problem for collectors. I get there is that one collector base out there who wants that chase. They want that rarity. They want that god tier, rare card that's going to be worth, a ton of money. So when you pull it, you've kind of hit the jackpot. But at the same time, there's a whole nother large base of collectors who really want to complete the sets. They want to catch them all. And it's getting to the point where it's unrealistic to complete the sets by pulling the cards. And you're going to have to be buying a majority of the hits to be able to complete your sets. So again, I don't know how I feel about it. In my opinion, I think Pokemon's kind of walking that line right now. In the future, I think they might need to either bring down the sets a little bit, make there less cards in the sets, or possibly just kind of tweak the rarity of the highest hits in the set just a little, just to make it to where, if you did open enough boxes that you could complete the set without, losing all the money that you have to your name, right? Last kind of point I wanted to talk about that I thought was interesting that we had on the live stream was kind of the fun of opening sets, all right? So for me, I came back in XY, so other than vintage, I love opening vintage, obviously, it's so nostalgic for me. But going back to XY, I really still enjoy opening XY if I can. And the reason is because, one, I get it. You're not going to get your value back, right? Especially now. But I like, one, how they focused kind of the sets around a certain Pokemon, So Flashfire was focused around Charizard, right? And Phantom Forces around Gengar, even though it had the Silver Dialga, it was focused around Gengar, right? Or Breakthrough around Mewtwo. Fates Collide was around Alakazam. And so when you open those sets, you may have not got the big hits you wanted to get, the secret rare or the best, full art. But if you open Breakthrough, you're going to pull some Mewtwo's. It's basically guaranteed. There's like 8 Mewtwo's in the set. Flashfire, I think, had like 5 Charizards. You're going to pull a Charizard. You're going to pull a Mewtwo when you open a box, right? And I feel like nowadays, when you open these gigantic sets with all these hits, there's so many hits. There's, the Vs, there's the V Maxes, there's the, there's just all these different hits, the rainbows, the alternate arts, the secret rares, and it gets so many that you could open multiple boxes and still not get the Pokemon you want to see. Not even in the top art version. You might not pull the V card that you wanted to see. It's like a $2 card. You can just buy it, right? And I think that's going to become a real problem for collectors is, one, the sets don't really have any set identity. There's not, other than, Evolving Skies really focusing around evolutions, a lot of the sets don't really focus around one Pokemon or even a group of Pokemon. They're kind of all over the place. And so the sets don't really have a set identity like they used to have. And on top of that, like I said, you're going to be pulling a bunch of cards that you don't really want out of these boxes, and it's going to kind of hurt the pack opening experience. So most people might just stop opening packs. And so I think that's kind of a weird dichotomy that we're seeing in the hobby right now is kind of, is it worth it to open things anymore? Do I just wait for someone else to open it and buy the cards I want because it's going to cost me more to try and pull them? And yeah, so that's another kind of thing I've been thinking about that we talked about that we don't really know, and I just want to hear everyone else's out there's opinion. Leave it in the comments section. Let me know your opinion on these subjects because, it's really going to be interesting to see how Pokemon handles these situations in the years to come. And see kind of how the values of the cards and the collectability of the sets plays out, like I said, in the years to come. So, hey, if you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to the channel. I want to give you a little background, or a little, I guess, kind of view on how the next couple weeks are going to go. I'm going to be on and be having on multiple people from the Pokemon hobby. A lot of you know them. I don't want to kind of give it away, but yeah, the next couple weeks I'm going to be having a few different guests, and I'm going to be a guest on some other people's channels, and so hope you enjoy that. And then I will have some of those analytical style videos coming now that I have my microphone. So I hope you enjoy the content that is coming in the next week or two. And if you enjoyed this video, let me know what you think in the comment section about those subjects. And again, subscribe to the channel if you liked it. My name's Alex, this is Nostalgianomics, and I'm out.